Uh, well, today is it's a great day for Northwest Indiana, and I think it's very important for us to, in our own home way, to thank Governor Holcomb. I'm going to put it this way: my father, who served in the Indiana State Senate for 40 years, says two things about you: you're a great governor and a great man. And the amount of economic development and work and wealth that you have brought to Northwest Indiana, and your way you enter an establishment on a train is duly noted. But sincerely, thank you for the work and wealth and the investment, big investment that you had made and have done it with grace and dignity and have treated everyone fairly along the way. Congratulations to you in your term. And also, I'd like to recognize the Indiana General Assembly for their contribution, the Northern Indiana Community Transportation District, the Northwest Indiana Regional Development Authority, Sherry and Bill Hanna, and of course, I have to mention Congressman Visklowski. You've learned the term when it comes to sports, next play. If you get a dunk or if you trip and fall when you're carrying the ball, you get up and you worry about the next play. I'm pretty confident Congressman Visklowski is at the Gary International Airport right now trying to figure out how to get more money out of you, Governor, and the Indiana State Legislature so that we can continue for Senator or Mayor Eddie Melton with creating work and wealth and the economic development with the airport. Uh, this project also, we need to, not only the engineering firms, not only all the rainmakers that are in this room, but labor, union labor that worked on this project and are going to be able to have a sense of pride of their contribution to this. To them, I thank you for your craftsmanship, because when the governor and the commissioners say on time, on budget, you contributed to that. Please give them a round of applause. And ladies and gentlemen, today marks a pivotal moment in our community's journey towards prosperity and inclusivity. As we inaugurate this commuter train, we aren't just celebrating a mode of transportation, we're embracing a catalyst for economic growth and development. For too long, certain neighborhoods have been left behind, isolated. But this transportation option, we're changing the narrative. This train represents more than just tracks at a station. It symbolizes our commitment to connecting every corner of our city and community and ensuring that no one gets left behind. With this new commuter train, we're opening doors to employment, education, and entrepreneurship. Imagine the single parent, the single mom that now will have access to the third largest economy in the world. Imagine the father who will be able to get to Valparaiso so that he can get there in a quicker time to be able to coach his sons or daughters. Imagine the entrepreneurs that are going to be in the city of Gary that are opening up businesses because of incentives the legislature have brought in. Imagine how great Gary will be based on that. And imagine my niece who just got a scholarship, who's barely making it, who graduated from Hammond Morton. The only way she can get to the Art Institute of Chicago is on public transportation and be able to get that scholarship. It's that type of work and wealth that we are trying to create every day. And it takes all of us to be able to do that. So those are individuals who benefit. Then we talk about Mayor Angie Nelson Deutsch in Michigan City, $600 million of development going on around the railroad track, commercial and residential. The mayor of Gary with the Greater Gary theme, being able to create Broadway and Fifth and a corridor and businesses so that we can thrive in Northwest Indiana. And the mayor of Hammond being able to redevelop it downtown and be able to be attractive to homeowners, to businesses. That's what this was brought together, that brought all the communities, the state legislature. And let's face it, in Northwest Indiana, Lake Porter and LaPorte County, if you can bring this group together for something, it's a great project. And in closing, we recognize that true economic development isn't just about on a balance sheet. It's about creating vibrant, thriving communities where everyone has an opportunity to succeed. The other story that I have to weave in here is I was out and about and I had a Teamster approach me. And he came up to me and he's like, I got a bone to pick with you. My wife and children are angry about the double tracking project. And as a congressman, my mind goes to a lot of different places on where this can go. But what he said is, I'm delivering so many loads of rock and working so much overtime that my wife and children are upset because of this project. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure we are creating work and wealth for individuals so that they have options in Northwest Indiana and that we continue to thrive. And let this be a ripple of hope. Let this be a ripple of hope of what we can do together when we put our mind to it, when we talk about big projects. And in closing, together, let's board this train of opportunity. We'll let the public safety officials go by. Together, let's board this train of opportunity and embark on a journey towards a brighter, more prosperous future for Northwest Indiana. Thank you all, and it is my pleasure. It is my pleasure to introduce Congressman Rudy Yankum, who is in his first term. He's a fourth generation Hoosier. He has a business background. He is an advocate and a partner in the delegation for prosperity in Indiana. It is my pleasure to introduce Congressman Rudy Yankum.